Alright, what's up, guys? So, having a little bit of technical difficulties on our end with the stream. I'm going to try to get it resolved out. But up until then, I can just pretty much give you most of the information without going through the visuals that I wanted to bring up on the stream, which is a little bit of an issue, but not too much of an issue. So, would like to welcome you to the official launch of the Rocket League Amateur Series, other known as the RLAMS. I'm the owner of Frosty Esports. My name's Nova. My friend Felipe, he's co-owner. He doesn't really do much. He just kind of hangs around. So the whole point of this stream is to one, answer a lot of the questions that have been being asked throughout the month that we've been pushing for the promotion of this tournament, and to get a lot of the last minute details to everybody that needs to get specific things done, let you guys know how the tournament's going to run out, and get everything else going down and going. So I'm just going to want to try one thing real quick. Let me see if I can get this window capture to work, which I don't think it will. Yeah, it doesn't want to do it. So that's fun. So throughout this live stream event, what we're pretty much going to be doing is we're just going to talk about the rules and stuff and some of the other things that need to be taken care of. But the most important thing about this whole live stream is we're going to be using a random number generator pretty much and slotting the teams during the stream. So the slotting of the teams will happen a little bit in a little bit. But pretty much what that's going to get down to is each team will be assigned a number, and based upon that number is where you're going to be starting off in the schedule. Now, our EU teams that are participating, wherever they're at, the team that they'll be facing with this, whatever team is assigned to face them, we're going to try to work it so that way they can play earlier in the day, so it's more comfortable for everybody, and that way they can make the games. And I'll be refereeing them. They just probably won't be on live stream, but we'll work that out a little bit. So, excuse me, I'm sorry. So one of the first things is right after this live stream, registration is pretty much going to be closed. If you want to register a team, last minute, now's your chance. Just go down to the Discord, click on the applications tab, click on the team application, fill out the team application, submit it. After the live stream's done, I'll be looking at any last minute applications if there is any, locking out that application process so that we can't actually get any more applications going through. Now, if anything was to happen down the line and we lose a team for whatever reason, then we can work that out. But I don't believe we'll be picking up extra teams coming down during the season. That being said, we also have some open positions for administration within the organization. If you don't have a team, if you're not a free agent or looking for a team and you want to participate in the administration portion, there should be applications for specifics. Like you could be a writer where you just pretty much come in and you'll watch the weekly games. You'll talk. You'll go to the Chili Wire. You'll write little news article about pretty much what happens. We're gonna have power rankings within our league. The writing position will take care of that. The referee's main job, which is also in the administration's portion, is to oversee games that either aren't on streamed or rescheduled, or just be in the game and make sure there's nothing weird happening while it's going on. You could be a shoutcaster, because I'll be honest, I'm horrible with shoutcasting, but I'm gonna give it the best shot I can. I don't have much experience with it, but it's not going to stop me from trying it out. If you guys want to try it with me, feel free to. I mean, after all, we're all here just to have fun, and shoutcasting is a big part of the live stream event, and it could be a lot of fun, especially for the players, and just to know that they have people shoutcasting them. And we also have open positions for moderators, which you pretty much just hang out in the Discord and enforce the rules. Give people a boot if they need it, and that's pretty much the open positionings that are opened right now within the organization itself. So I know the rules and regulations, it's a pretty hefty document here. It's like 8 or 9 pages. But I feel like a lot of people either skimmed it or probably just read it and just forgot about certain things. So we're just going to kind of touch on some of the rules in here. So the first couple pages of the rules and regulations are just, talking about what we do to enforce the rules, any amendments we make, and the definition of terms where it comes down to like that are used throughout the rules and regulations. So the scheduling comes down. The tournament's going to be run on Saturdays and Sundays. Now, not necessarily will be always playing on both days. There's still just a few kinks left to turn to work out with the schedule itself, but for the most part, it is down solid. I know it says 5 to 6 weeks as the length, but took a second look at it. I haven't re-upped the graphic right that's on display. We can actually cut that down to pretty much 2 to 3 weeks for the first split, so it won't be super intensive for the first launch. It should actually be a lot less, but it depends. I just got to do one more final tweak of that. The official roster will be out, or schedule will be out tomorrow, probably later tonight. So it's going to be a lot shorter than the 5 to 6 weeks length that's posted right there. But that's just for the round robin stage. The playoff stage will be taking what I think is 5 teams. It was either 5 or 6. I lost the paper. Just give me 1 second here. Should have had this paper out. So it's going to be the top 5 teams coming from the round robin stage that move on to playoffs. There will be no ties within the round robin stage, which is a best of 3 format, and the top 5 teams will move on to playoffs, which means that 2 teams that are the lowest during the round robin stage won't make it. But we can get more. I'll get more graphics out for the playoff bracket and what that means in a couple days. Rescheduling. There are rescheduling games. So for a reschedule to happen, 2 team captains from opposing teams will have to communicate to each other that they won't be able to make that specific date for that game. Then once they confirm a date that they agree on, they have to come to one of the administrators, probably a referee, probably myself, and just let them know that it's happening. If a referee can't make the agreed upon time for the reschedule, then both team captains have to take screenshots of each game and they'll post it in a team chat or team captain chat only that will be put up, and it'll just be called game reporting. That is only for rescheduling. Every other game should have either myself or referee or being on the live stream itself. If it comes down to a tiebreaker, say Team A and Team B both lose or win the same amount of games within the round robin stage, then those teams that are tied will have to play each other in a series, a best of 3 series, to determine who goes above who within that the bracketal tie breaking. Within each match, for the night, there can't be no tiebreakers because of the best of 3. But if they come out of the round robin stage with a tie, that's when they'll break the tie. So there's also the possibility of rehost. Say you guys are getting into a game and there's a bunch of lag happening or connectivity issues or any of the sorts, then both teams can mutually agree to stop a game and rehost the lobby. And that can happen at any point during the game. So if you're like at 2 minutes into the game or 1 minute left and the ping spikes, both teams can mutually agree. If both, it has to be both teams though. If they don't, then the game will be played out. Substitutions was brought up, I believe today. It was either today or yesterday. So you can have a sub. You can actually have multiple subs on the roster. Off the top of my head, I believe it was you can have 5 people on the roster, so that means 3 starters and 2 subs. I know the rules say you can only use one sub per match, but I'm going to put that up to 2. I'm going to make that an amendment just because it wouldn't make sense to have 2 subs on your roster and not be able to use them. That was hindsight by me. So you will be able to use two subs for a match, and the match is a best of X series, so best of 3, best of 7, whichever. You can use two subs during that time, but you have to make it known. Which also brings us to this one crucial point. Every day or every week before the teams play, there was going to be a new section added where the team captains will post the roster for the week. Now I know most of you guys got the entire roster out for me for the team applications, but just this will just be a thing in there for so we can have rotating subs, bring in different free players, and get more of the community involved. So and for other teams or for the teams that you're coming up against to know who they're playing against too. So it'll just be every week, um, probably before Friday has to be posted. Probably think that'll be a good time. And you'll have your 3 starters and 2 subs if you have the subs. But whoever's playing that week has to be listed on that confirmed roster. And then another big thing, everyone's in-game name should match their Discord name. So if you don't have that now, you can go into the after the stream, or right now you can go into the request room and post your in-game name and request your name to be changed to your in-game name on the Discord so they match up. This is just to allow us to be able to see who's playing on whose account, well, what accounts are playing, what people are in the Discord at the times, because you have to be in the Discord while you're playing the game on the assigned sides, and you can only have the people who are currently playing in the game. See, organizations pretty much touch themselves. Organizations can play. We're not really splitting the league up too much this year. I know there are a couple of lower MMR players and teams within the bracket itself, but we just don't have a lot of players or a lot of teams registered to split the league, and it's gonna suck. But I really hope that at least we still can all have fun with this game or this series, the split, and just enjoy it for what it is at the current state that it is. And when we do our next split, hopefully we can get a lot more teams to register and push it a little bit more, because it's the first year tournament and a lot of people kind of have doubts even since there's a prize pool. But we'll come down to match gameplay here. Punctuality, you got to be ready prior to your game at least 10 minutes. You got to, you'd be hanging out, whatever. You don't have to necessarily be in our Discord. You just got to be ready, 10 minutes to start a game. If a team doesn't show up at the required time to start, they'll have 5 minutes from the scheduled time to start to get all the players ready and in the voice channels they have to be in. And if it goes 5 minutes afterwards, that game counts as a forfeit. Verified restrictions. Our restriction is, we set it. There's a couple players within our league that are close to the limit, so we're gonna keep an eye on them. But the cutoff is 1,599 MMR rank right now. That's the cutoff. So if you go above that during the season, you're going to be ineligible to play. And that's just pretty much, quick recap on the rules and regulations. They're not too hefty. There's a lot more in there. Just take your time, go through it if you haven't already. It's like 8 pages. I know it's a little bit intense, but it's worth it. So we'll get to the tournament breakdown. So this is the official first step of the tournament, where we bring you the rules, we talk about a little bit about everything that's going on, and we get to the official launch, which is the slotting of the teams. After the slotting of the teams will be placed according to the number that is drawn and put within their schedule. Then we play out the round robin stages. It should be about 2 to 3 weeks, possibly, maybe right around that time frame. Like I said, I'll get to a more specific number later tonight or tomorrow morning. But once we complete the round robin stage, which is best of 3, we move to the playoff stage, which is best of 7. And then after the best of seven's done. We get to the finals. We got all that going, and once the finals are completed, the winning team of the tournament will receive the prize pool via PayPal. Second, third place. So first place gets $100. Second place gets 75, and third place gets $25, all to PayPal accounts. And I think that was all the topics I needed to cover pretty quick. So we'll move on to the team sorting. Let me try to get this display capture to work again at least. I don't know what happened to it. Just decided to poop out on me. It's because of the image. Yeah, roster changes are allowed. Um, up until you post that final roster for the week, which is required on Fridays. That's not working right. So if you have so this week's roster for this week's games will be locked by midnight tonight. So you have extended time. Actually, it will lock it every Friday at midnight. So if you have to change your roster out for this week, for the next couple days coming up, you can certainly do so. But every player still has to be rank verified. If they're not, which you can just shoot me a quick DM or post them up in the rank verification. And at 11 or 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, then we will be locking the rosters for that week. So you can change it all the way up until Friday, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You'll be playing this week. Guys will be playing on Sunday, starting at 6 p.m. Now, the EU players and teams, guys will shoot me a DM. We'll figure out a time and work with the team that you guys are going against. If we got to reschedule it for the week, since it's a little bit short notice, then we can do that. It's not a big deal. And then we can work that all out. Now, for a fact, you guys will be playing on Sunday this week, but the specifics of the schedule will be tweaked a little bit. That's just when I said that, I meant to refer as in the lengths of weekage for the whole round robin stage. Just gonna try this one more time. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, there it goes. So we got that popped up. So I'll just move these to the other screen. Not a big deal. Oh, broke it. All right, so let's pop this. The problem of having two windows. And not being able to type correctly. So we will play the 5th. Yes, Sunday the 5th. You guys will be playing. So we're gonna use this fancy number generator here, and along with our Discord, which is probably gonna pop up on the main screen right there, which is always fun. Just so we can get all the team names down real quick, because I was slacking a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, I was. So we have the registered teams: Blood Moon Raven, I Suck, the Castaways. We got the Ligma League, the Bronzeteers. I skipped a couple. I was like, that's way too short. We got Team Inferno, Team Scourge, And not last one. We only sweep and team avidity. So these are our primary teams that are registered right now. Like I said, if you guys got teams like last minute registrations up until the end of this live stream, you can bring them. So we're going to start from the top here and work our way down with the random number generation. And based upon where you're placed from the random number generation seed, then you will be playing the team opposite to you. You finished up the application last night. I haven't checked it since last night. So like I said, after the live stream, I'm going to go in, I'm going to lock it, go figure out, see which ones are still in there, bring them on out. So you don't have to worry if you got your application in. It's not a horrible thing. I'll get to it, and you'll just get the 9th place. So if you got your team registered here. So let's say we already got best of 8 here. So your team will be team 9. Team 9 will be your automatic seed slot. You'll just get automatic seeds based on the order of applications to this point. So if you're the only team that has an application in, then it'll get a little wonky. That's why I said the official schedule is going to be after this live stream, which is either going to be tonight or tomorrow, because I left the registration open until after. So we don't have to worry about what seed this one is right now, because you'll just get the automatic seed and get your game scheduled to that. But I'll put more information on that. So we'll start, seeding the original 8s right here. Oh yeah, sure. I'll post a schedule up for sure. That's not gonna, it's gonna be in a Google Doc type thing, right, like this, so you can see, and you can see the upcoming weeks, what games, what times, because that's important for scheduling. So we'll go for Blood Moon Ravens first. We're gonna roll their dice, see what they get. So they get the 6th seed. And then we're gonna go with I Suck here, which I totally suck at Rocket League, by the way. They get the 5th seed. Now, if a duplicate number comes up, we're just obviously going to re-roll until we get a number that's not up already. Castaways get the 7th seed. You Oh, okay. Ligma League is going to get number 4 seed. Let's see what the Bronzeteers get. They get the 2nd seed. You can probably hear my clacky keyboard. All right, Inferno is going to take the 8th seed. Oh, I can't count, can I? So we'll throw a 9 in here real quick. That's another thing. My math is absolutely horrible. Yeah, okay. So Team Scourge is going to get the 9th seed. We Only Sweep is going to get just kind of drop it down to that. Is this going to be number 2s? Okay. We'll do a coin flip for this one. We'll do heads. We Only Sweep 1. Yeah. So We Only Sweep is going to take the 1st seed. and Team Nvidia is going to take the 3rd seed. And then the auto seeds for any other teams that are coming in will go 10, 11, and 12. I don't think we're going to have more than that. All right. So once the round robin stage completes out, the top of the league will say they'll, whoever's at the top of the league will have the 1st seed going into the round robin. 2nd place in the league will have the 2nd seed, all the way so on and so forth down to about 5th. Now that was with an 8-team cap. 8-team minimum. We were depicting playoffs with 8 teams. Depending on how many final applications we'll have, the number might go up. But for right now, I'm just going to stay with 5. But it could possibly go up, could possibly stay the same. But if it goes up, I'll post it in Discord if it goes up and make you guys aware of that once we lock everything out. So keep an eye on the Discord tonight because the schedule will come out with either tonight or tomorrow. And the official playoff statement will come out as well with the schedule. Once we have all that locked down, then we can work it all out and put all that information out to you guys. So I'd like to thank you guys for stopping by, watching the important stream information I had to give out to you guys. No, I'm not the best at talking and communicating by myself, but I tried the best I can. I'm sorry about the OBS issues, stream issues that we had beforehand. It was working when I did the test, but some things happen sometimes. Can't really control it, but we got everything to work out in the end, which works. Check out the applications, read the rules and regulations, and welcome to Frosty Esports, guys. I hope you guys have a good season, and I hope we have a very enjoyable time together. Good luck, guys.